everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. Taking a quick look here at Gala, seeing what's going on, and just gotta hope and pray that you are not part of this ugly mess. Look at this garbage here. That massive selling candle, just because Bitcoin corrected from 38 to 36,000. Isn't that amazing? Look, it takes all this effort to come up here and just one fell swoop. Okay, so again, hoping you were not part of that 30% candle wick to the downside. And that's the problem with manipulation. Unfortunately, it happens a lot in cryptocurrency, specifically coins like this as well. So just be mindful of that. That's why you always have a stop loss in place. It doesn't matter what kind of stop loss you had in place. Honestly, that probably wiped it out anyways. So we hit the reset button. What's next? Well, good news is we're expecting the price to go up with Bitcoin. Now that Bitcoin's hit its top and is pulling back, we got to anticipate potentially a worst case scenario. So we're going to talk about that and much more. If you are new to the channel, though, thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you learned something. And obviously, please like the video if you could, help us grow the channel. So what we want to talk about is, first of all, let's go with the daily time frame. Just clarify, too, that we are likely due for a correction. The correction may have already happened, though. If you take a look here, you can kind of see that this right here, this 0.382 level, is roughly where the price action has averaged itself out. Okay, so if this is the highest point in which we go, then the correction may have already occurred, and we may not need to see that. But the truth is, if the price does continue higher, that'll be a point in which we'll see the price pull back, okay? Another thing to recognize, too, is we have this upper liquidity level that was never officially swept. A lot of coins like Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, they all got filled with this upper fair value gap and liquidity. We still have a lot of that left at about 27 to 29 cents as a round number. Keep in mind, that's from previous highs that didn't get, the candlesticks didn't get fully filled. And then also some areas here in which the price action dropped pretty hard and pretty fast. So again, those are just areas that the price action will gravitate towards. So I still think we still have potential for further upside, but is that further upside is going to happen right now? And that's where we got to kind of wait and see and be patient. If Bitcoin holds 36,000, 35.6, we'll be in good shape. Watch my Bitcoin video if you're kind of curious about the state there, because that coin is the mastermind behind all this here. Okay, none of this would have happened if it wasn't for Bitcoin doing what it did today. Okay, both good and bad. I hope you got caught on the right side of those tracks though. So take a look at the daily. Let's just go ahead and clean up the charts a little bit and kind of talk about what this could look like. So we'll drop some fibs for the most recent low to most recent high, kind of see what that's going on there. We can see if we zoom in a little bit, there's some decent amount of volume between 1.8 and roughly 2.1. Okay, so again, fantastic stuff there in that sense. We got a lot of support. If we look at the RSI, we can see that money flow index is coming down, which is typically disadvantageous, but RSI is coming up. So RSI is coming up with the price, that's good, but just know on the back end, if you start seeing money flow away from the coin, then that is essentially a potential problem. Okay, so keep in mind, this is a 14-day lag for RSI and the money flow index. So over the last 14 days, it's coming down a little bit. Really just implies that we're seeing less volume here than we did here. It's not the worst thing ever. Even though we are seeing a lot of volume, it still may not be in the right areas. We can see that a little bit better or clearer on the smaller time frame. So let's look at the 4-hour, kind of see what's going on here. Taking a look at volume, we got a decent amount of volume support at about 2. We're just going to round down and say 2 cents even. That is essentially where we see the most amount of volume. Okay, that's a good sign. If you take a look at the weekly high-low open close, it's pretty close to roughly where that opened and closed as well, which does imply that we could see the price gravitate towards that. Just because we wick down there doesn't necessarily mean we won't average ourselves down. Okay, so try not to get too ahead of yourselves. I do still think that there's a lot of selling pressure that's going to occur from altcoins. I think Bitcoin might be in the struggle bus. If not, different story altogether, but we got to see how 36,000 holds from Bitcoin first. That's why we don't take any premature trades. We kind of wait for confirmation. Okay, and we're in a good situation right now. This is not a bad spot. So what's going to happen next here on the 4-hour? Let's take a look at the RSI. We can see we got our second divergence on stochastic. That typically implies a reversal. Money flow index coming out of the coin. Big surprise. Profits being taken. Okay, so nothing's stark and abnormal there. If we take a look at the moving averages here, we can go ahead and see that we're still above all 4, not a problem. CD sequential, we were overextended leading into this, so a correction a little bit further could make sense. Keep in mind, the liquidity has already been swept, so there is truth in the sense that the price action may not pull back as fast moving forward now that that's already happened. Okay, so again, that does also imply that there's a lot of buying pressure right now too, because the price came down and right back up. So if we take a look at the hourly, we can kind of see that reflected here. In fact, just to quickly note, you can see this 15-minute price comes down. It's trying to respond positively. So what does that mean for us? Well, we take a quick look at the cloud and just try to get some kind of confirmation for us and see roughly what that means. Well, Lagging spans intersecting with the price action, never a great sign to buy. Conversion line and the baseline are squeezing together. It means we've lost all momentum. Obviously, the old reset button was hit, and we are now traveling fairly above the cloud. So if today we close in the range of just say right now or lower, we can presume the price will continue lower. If the price does recover, kind of comes up here to 242 roughly, and consolidates, then we're probably going to be in better shape for the price to continue higher. Okay. So all in all, I think we're in decent shape with this coin, but I still think it's premature to take a trade. And if you're the folk that tries to buy this dip just because it's a dip, I would just urge caution and recognize that big picture, this coin is overextended leading into this, and Bitcoin correcting itself like it has, we might see further correction from this coin. Okay, so try not to be a buy the top kind of folk, or in this case, buy this weird dip. I'm recommending today, just in general, to try to kind of pump the brakes and relax, and not to get too crazy with your trades. Okay, again, low leverage, low position size if you want. If you see over here on our premium group, look at what we did. Nice 153% from Gala. And again, patience pays off. This is a 5x leverage trade, and in 1 month and 6 days, we took those profits. I'm fine by waiting a month for that kind of percentage. Again, I know there's folks out there getting 1,000% in 5 or 10 minutes at a time. But you know what? They're getting wrecked, and they're never sharing with you those bad trades, how many times it took them to get into that trade. Okay. Again, Ethereum Classic 50%, SHIB 50%, Luna 2 84%. We even got some Injective and another, what was it? Yeah, we shorted, what was it? I think it was VET, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Link, 0.9%. There we go, nice. Again, you got to keep in mind, take some losses too. It's okay. Perfectly normal to take a loss on one trade when you're offsetting it with so many others. Okay. So again, just bear in mind, awesome stuff there if you want to be part of that premium group. CryptoCash.tech is a site link down below. We only have a few slots left available, so just heads up on that. Hope you have a great rest of your day, though. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.